You noticed how dogs are getting more and more emotionally wound up every day? They're having emotional outbursts, feeling stressed, and even getting digestive problems like more and more food intolerances and allergies. Here's a common example. You try to have a relaxed interaction with your dog, but you can tell they're all wound up, not paying attention to your pats and pets, just staring at your hands waiting for some sort of prize. They're all anxious, like they're always about to go for a run in the park and might even bark at you because of that. The thing is, we've been ignoring 600 million years of canine brain evolution. We treat them like some kind of dumb conditioning machine, without considering that their learning system has become so much more efficient than a bacteria's over all those millions of years. You know what I mean? We use the same conditioning techniques unicellular beings like bacteria use to learn from their environment, without realizing all the rich teaching resources dogs have in comparison. But it's not that complicated, because we're also evolved beings with powerful communication and teaching tools in our brain. We have natural tools that we can use to improve our dog's current situation. We're so much more than a vending machine that just spits out rewards and treats. And if you want to better understand all of this, we're offering a completely free workshop with certification backed by the International Wolves Legacy Dog Food Academy.
Now, you know what mistakes lead our dogs to disconnect from their emotional balance. We've adopted conditioning methods that, when developed by Frederick Skinner, led experimental rats to die from their obsessive-compulsive disorders. The constant increase of dopamine also leads to an increase in cortisol and adrenaline, both related to stress. They cause addictions by destroying dopaminergic receptors in the so-called nucleus accumbens. Another effect of this process is the decrease in oxytocin levels, as we have seen. The result of all this is high levels of stress, low socialization capacity, tendency towards impulsivity, weakened immune system, that is, lower defenses against diseases, and susceptibility to allergic and inflammatory processes. In short, we have lost the path of love and the natural mechanisms for sensitive and emotional communication between humans and dogs. The good news is that despite the trends, all those evolutionary tools for communication are intact within us. We just need to awaken them to restore balance to our beloved dogs and ourselves. Want to know more? Do you want to learn how to communicate with your dog in a simple, natural, balanced, and effective way?
Both Sarah and you have understood the causes of canine emotional problems in our times. And you also know that there is another way, the path of natural communication, harnessing the tools that humans and dogs have evolved over millions of years. I invite you to download your attendance certificate for this workshop. And if you want to delve further and master the art of emotional and balanced communication with your pet, we have prepared a small yet profound and practical course for you. Join us to discover the contents.
This is Denver. He's a high-content Arctic wolf. His enormous and intricate brain has evolved over millions of years for socialization and emotional communication. Do you think it's right to waste all that potential and train him using conditioning as if he were a bacterium? Emotions in his limbic system, cognition in his cortex, far more neurotransmitter mechanisms than you can imagine have enriched his sensory and sensitive world. It's time to reclaim our lost path. It's time to return to our center of balance. Come with us, and we'll guide you to awaken all those communication tools that dwell within you, to regain balance with our pets. I'm Estibalis Caballero, and I thank you for joining us.
Congratulations on completing this simple yet revealing and profound workshop. In this workshop, you entered as one person and emerged as someone different, armed with a comprehensive understanding of canine communication mechanisms. So far, you believed that everything in life was conditioning, right? They had convinced you that both humans and dogs go through life acting like programmable machines, driven by treats and rewards. But now you know better. Since nature invented conditioning as a method to control the behaviors of primitive bacteria, there has been a tremendous evolution that the dog training and education gurus have overlooked. 600 million years of natural evolution have shaped intricate and beautiful mechanisms for communication between humans and dogs. Tools like love and social bonds didn't exist 600 million years ago. Bacteria know nothing of concepts like love or social attachment. Hence, it's appropriate to use conditioning to shape behaviors in bacteria. But it's ludicrous to apply the same method to animals that have evolved for hundreds of millions of years to become more perfect, more advanced, just like dogs, horses, and humans.
Wolves Legacy Dog Food and Wolves Legacy International Academy place their ethical values in the story of the cowboy who turned down gold to remain loyal to his dog. This story tells us about a poor and resourceless young man, a humble ranch employee, who chose to forego the opportunity to get rich with gold because he didn't want to risk his dog's health. And it was that decision that ultimately led him to economic, family, and emotional success. It all came down to following the advice of an old native who appeared in a dream saying, "Whatever happens, you should always listen to your heart." That's why at Wolves Legacy we firmly believe that economic success doesn't come from an obsession with making money, but rather it's the consequence of being obsessed with doing things right and following the dictates of our conscience. Now, we'd like to share a summary of this beautiful story with you.
The paths to happiness are full of unexpected twists and turns that can leave us breathless. Buckle up as I weave a mesmerizing tale about an orphaned youth, a modest cowhand, who turned down fortune to protect his four-legged companion, leading him on an extraordinary journey towards triumph. Picture this. It was the era of the legendary gold rush, and our protagonist, Jefferson Dreamer, was an ambitious young cowboy. He had fallen head over heels for the banker's daughter, a classic tale of star-crossed lovers. But as a simple farmhand, he felt unworthy of her affection, a stranger in her world. One moonlit night, Jefferson had a dream that shook him to the core. In this vivid vision, an old Native American guide whispered in his ear, urging him to seek his fortune in the gold mines while following the compass of his heart, no matter the obstacles that lay ahead. When Jefferson awoke, a newfound determination ignited within him. Armed with his modest savings, he purchased the necessary tools and set off on a quest for greatness, accompanied by his trusty horse and faithful companion, Jack. The allure of gold was tantalizingly close, but fate had a different plan in store. In the vast expanse of the untamed wilderness, Jack, Jefferson's loyal sidekick, grew weak and frail, his life hanging in the balance due to a lack of proper nourishment. But destiny works in mysterious ways, my friends. One fine morning, a young Native American, accompanied by a magnificent wolf, emerged from the wild and stumbled upon Jefferson's camp. Witnessing Jack's fragile state, the young native shared a secret recipe passed down through generations, an ancient concoction crafted from bison, poultry, and salmon, infused with potent medicinal herbs, prepared in the sacred way. Miraculously, Jack's health began to improve with each passing day, his strength surpassing all previous bounds. With a nod of gratitude, the native bid farewell and vanished into the wilderness, leaving Jefferson in awe of the power of kindness and the bond between man and beast. Relieved that Jack had been saved from the brink of death, Jefferson realized that no amount of gold could compare to the love and loyalty of his steadfast companion. Though his pockets were emptier than before, his heart was full, and he made his way back to where he came from, content in the rejuvenation he witnessed in Jack. News of Jefferson's noble act spread like wildfire, capturing the attention of Mary, the radiant daughter of the influential banker. She couldn't help but share his remarkable story with anyone who would lend an ear. The ranchers in the area, intrigued by the newfound vitality in Jack, yearned to uncover the secret behind his remarkable transformation. Ever the opportunist, Jefferson seized the moment, dedicating himself to perfecting and sharing the formula gifted to him by the enigmatic native. Word of his astonishing discovery spread like wildfire across the region, catapulting Jefferson Dreamer from a humble cowboy to a revered titan of industry. he established a thriving enterprise, manufacturing and distributing the miraculous elixir, aptly named Wolf's Legacy, a homage to the young native known as Black Wolf, and the majestic wolves that inspired the formula. The wedding between Jefferson and Mary was a celebration for the ages, with festivities lasting days on end. Their love flourished, and their union blessed them with 10 children, who in turn graced them with a plethora of grandchildren. And through the passing of generations, the production of the revered Wolf's Legacy formula endured, a testament to the compassionate young man who valued the bond with his loyal companion above all else, choosing love over fleeting riches.
Wolf's Legacy Dog Food and the Wolf's Legacy International Academy, led by Orlando Avo and Estebaliz Caballero, are all about embracing the ethical values of this story. Check out our academy and subscribe to our channel.
Whatever happens, you should always listen to your heart.